Matinee baseball from MLB Network. Bronx Bombers are riding an 8-game win streak. They'll try to run it to 9. Next, coming to the plate now, Jonathan Villar. He will lead this one off today. That softly hit to right. Will that get down? And Walker will put this one away for out number 1. And now the starting lineup for the visiting Baltimore Orioles. Anybody catch your eye, Dan?
Well, there are very few guys that can do what Adam Jones can do for a team. He's hitting over .350 versus right-handed pitching on the season. And today, he has another right-hander on the mound. I don't know what it is or how he picks up the ball so well, but he is sure putting up great numbers against them.
He'll try again, 1-2. Oh, and you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and standing in the fine center fielder Adam Jones. Popped him up. Andujar's got it, and the side is retired. So a relatively routine start for the top of the first here. Here's big Aaron Judge. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Line toward the gap in left center. Jones is in retreat as he pulls it in for the first out. With that, it's time to check out the starting lineup for the hometown Yankees. What do you think they need to do to keep the winning streak a-rolling, D-Row?
You know, taking a look at this lineup, Matt, one thing you have to take into account is the variables that you can't control, and that's the wind. It's blowing in, it's howling in. You're going to see some guys in this lineup change their approach, not be looking for that launch angle and trying to drive the ball out of the ballpark. It's going to take a big man to put one over the wall today.
Here's Miguel Andujar now. Last night was a good one for him as he turned in a 4-for-5 effort. Line drive to left. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit. And a reaching effort, but this ball gets by him as he does a half gainer to try to flag it down. And he will make it all the way to third now as that mistake proves a costly one indeed.
This is an easy decision for him to try for third because he has the play right in front of him, so he doesn't have to rely on any of his base coaches. Good decision to keep chugging, and he makes it all the way around safely.
Into the box now, Neil Walker. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Mancini is in pursuit, and that retires the side. No damage done after MLB Network. Saturday baseball after this. Here's Mark Trumbo now. In past meetings with Tanaka, he hasn't had much success, just 2 for 11. He's also been a strikeout victim 6 times. And a splitter is over for a cold third strike as he's left shaking his head. 1 gone. 1-1. It swung on and missed for strike number 2.
I have to count 1 and 2.
Right down Main Street, caught him looking. So coming to the plate, Tim Beckham. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. Here's a high pop up, and Walker will put this one away, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the bottom of the second. No score. Digging in, Luke Voigt. 3-2 pitch. Drilled on the ground to short. Beckham is up with it, and Beckham's throw is in time at first. 1 away. Here's Didi Gregorius, and he's definitely off to a fast start in the early part of the season. 3-1. Line towards center field, and he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Here's Andrew McCutchen now, trying to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. The 1-2. Hit down the third baseline. A dive, but he can't make the play, and it's down the left field line. Throw into second, but he'll be in there with a double. Now batting, Giancarlo Stanton. Runner in scoring position with Sugan. The 1-1 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike two.
Now that's when you know it's a good pitch. He broke off a really nice breaking ball down in the zone right there, and even though this is one of the best hitters around, he waved right through it.
Liner toward right center. That gets down, and the inning will continue. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0. And he will pull into second with an RBI double.
Well, he was almost out of the inning. The last two batters showed him that you can't lose focus on the mound, even if you get 2 quick outs. Back-to-back doubles shows you just how quickly things can get away from you.
Standing in now, Gary Sanchez. A swing, and this ball is blasted to right field. Nothing's going to keep this one in the ballpark. And that one is gone on a 2-strike count with 2 away in the inning.
Hindsight's 20/20, but you can't throw that pitch to that guy. Don't forget, he homered yesterday, so you know he's locked in and ready to roll up there. We'll see if he learns from that mistake.
In now, Aaron Judge. Line drive to left. That gets down, and the inning continues. So that keeps the bottom of the second going.
Wow, I'm shocked he even pulled the trigger on that pitch. He might have been fooled right there, but he was able to keep his hands back and scramble a good pitch for a base hit.
Stepping in now, Brett Gardner. Now a ground ball and a chance for Trumbo over there at first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on MLB Network as we're set for the top half of the third from the Bronx. Now in the box, number 62. He's the number 7 hitter, but he's leading off the third after the first 6 guys in the lineup have been retired in order.
Yeah, it's been a great start to the guy on the mound. It'll be interesting to see if they can find a way to get to this guy before he really settles in.
So he sets him down swinging. Number 62 goes down for the first out here in inning number 3.
On the mound, he's thinking, grab some pine, Rook. Listen, for almost everyone, the adjustment to hitting big league pitching is a big one. Some guys have success when they first get called up, but as soon as teams start figuring out how to get you out, that's when the learning process really starts.
Still 1-2. Here's another 1-2. Weak chopper up the line. That's a foul ball. Orioles still looking for their first hit of the ballgame. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away. Now to the plate, Caleb Joseph. 2 away in the inning, and Dan, it looks like this could be another 1-2-3 inning for him.
Yeah, he has really found a groove on the mound, and it's been impressive to watch. It'll be interesting to see how long he can keep this dominance up.
Popped him up. Voigt in foul ground, and that ends the inning. Make it 9 straight here to start the ball game. We'll move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Yankees are out in front, 3-0. In now, Miguel Andujar. He found his way over to third via a triple in his first at-bat.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
And there to put this one away is Jones, and that's out number 1. Digging in the switch hitter, Neil Walker. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. This is line to left. A dive, but it's off his glove.
Hard bullet single to left field on a pitch that was kind of middle down in the zone, D-Row, and he's going to have to make some better pitches than that one.
Yeah, if he's going to leave pitches over the heart of the plate, he's going to have a long night. The middle of this order does serious damage.
Into the box now, Luke Voigt, and it's fouled away. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Soft liner towards center, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Dan, after that base hit, he's extended his hit streak to 9 games, and you know he wants double digits.
Oh, there's no question about it. Listen, anybody can get a 9-game hitting streak, but when you call your buddies or send out a text message and say, hey, I'm about in double digits, so 9 games is nothing to sneeze at, but he'd love to get it to 10.
The 1-1. Liner towards second, but this is hauled in by the second baseman.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Andrew McCutchen.
Digging in, Andrew McCutchen. 2 on, 2 out for him here in the third. He's set. Here's the 3-2. A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. And trouble it is. It's down for extra bases. And the runner will score from second. And the run will score all the way from first. Now a 5-0 lead.
This thing was a double or more the second it left his bat. He really drove it well, and it ended up one-hopping the wall out there. And more importantly, he picks up 2 RBI along the way.
Into the box, Giancarlo Stanton. And he looks at one in there, 1-2. And now a right-hander up and throwing in the Baltimore bullpen. McCutchen at second with 2 down. And he comes back with a fastball. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 3 innings complete. It's the Yankees 5 and the Orioles nothing. Stepping up to the plate, Jonathan Villar back to the top of the lineup as they're still looking for their first base runner in this one.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've yet to figure this guy out on the mound. He's looked great so far.
He has, but we'll see if this second trip through the order changes anything.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what kind of adjustments these hitters are able to make in the middle innings of this game.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Popped him up. But this will land untouched. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
Oh, man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
Standing in now, Jace Peterson. Hot shot down the line. But a foul ball, 1-2 now. The 1-2. Count still at 1-2. No runs, no hits, and no errors for the Orioles so far. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? This one's down. It's the first hit for the O's, and it's going to be for extra bases. He hit the corner and tries for third. And he will make it into third. with a one-out triple. Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Chopped weakly to the left. Gregorius is there. Throw to first is in time, but meanwhile the runner is in to score.
And here with the infield back, they were giving him the run on a ground ball, so he just takes advantage of that and drives the run home. Good approach.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
Got to believe he had the green light in that situation. 2 outs, 3-0 count. This guy can certainly handle the bat. That's a perfect situation to let him loose. But I love the fact that he's keyholed in a certain area, and it wasn't what he was looking for.
High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Payoff pitch one more time. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. So out of the bottom half of inning number 4, it's the Yankees 5 and the Orioles 1. The 1-2. Locks him up for strike 3. Here's big Aaron Judge. It was a single for him in his last at-bat. Lined hard toward right center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. And this will get to the wall now, out beyond the 385 sign. The relay throw. But he is in there with a triple. Here's Brett Gardner now. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Here comes the payoff pitch. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. As he arrives at second without a play, as also on the play, a run comes across to score. Here's Miguel Andujar now. He tripled earlier, making him 1 for 2 in the ballgame.
The pitcher hadn't recovered from the sting of giving up a triple, and then he gets belted for a double. The lead grows, and the guy on the mound is probably wondering if his day is going to be ending soon.
But sadly for him, this will head straight to the center fielder as he puts it away without much trouble for the second out.
Second baseman, Neil Walker.
Here's Neil Walker. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Now the 2-1. Back up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. But the feet of the second baseman is a wild one. And he is in to score from second as the throwing mistake defensively came back to factor into that one.
The batter,
digging in and looking for more, Luke Boyd trying to keep things going now with a runner at first following the RBI single. On the ground to the left side. Scooped up on the backhand. And the throw is not going to be in time as he's able to reach base safely.
Dan, after this infield hit right here, this guy has to be so frustrated. He's been having a rough outing, and he's not discriminating the way he gives them up.
No, he isn't. You know what he's going to do after this one? He's going to go to the movies and watch the movie about himself, the Rocky Horror Pitching Show, because this has been a nightmare.
And now here comes Oriole manager Buck Showalter on his way to the mound. And he's going to make a move, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. Hunter Harvey answers the call from the pen here in the 4th as they didn't get the outing they were hoping for from their starter. In now, Didi Gregorius. Mancini moves over. And that's the 3rd out. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on. Stepping in, Trey Mancini. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Stanton on the run. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
The batter, number 1, shortstop.
Ready now, Tim Beckham. He popped out in his first trip. A ball and 2 strikes to the Orioles shortstop.
Can't say he's tickling around the zone. Those last 2 pitches were pretty much grooved right down the middle, but it didn't bite him.
Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
Well, you can tell by their approach that they're going to go up there and try to be aggressive off this guy, but he's taking full advantage of that. He's pounding the zone with strikes, and right now we're seeing a lot of swings and misses and a lot of strikeouts and no walks either.
Into the box now, number 62. Popped him up. Voigt will put this one away, and the side is retired. When we return, it'll be Andrew McCutchen to start things out. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Yankees 7 and the Orioles 1. Here's Andrew McCutchen now. A 1-1. Now McCutchen belts one, carrying well to left field. Almost into the short porch, but it's off the wall. And he is into second base with a double. His 3rd hit this afternoon.
This right here is the difference between an average hitter and a very good hitter. The average hitter probably doesn't do anything with that pitch, but this guy goes down and gets it, muscling it to the outfield for an extra base hit.
McCutchen stands at second with no outs. And he's caught looking at a beautiful curveball there as that buckled him for the first out of the inning. Digging in now, Gary Sanchez. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. Now the 1-1 pitch is in there for the 2nd strike.
Hey, that's a great job by the pitcher right there, stealing a strike with that get-me-over breaking ball, and now he can get a little nastier with it in the dirt.
Liner toward right center. And that finds the outfield grass for a base hit. And now Jones fires it in off the wall. Throw to second, but he's in there as a run will score on the play as well.
Boy, this guy's having a great game here so far, D-Roll. Home run earlier in the night, and that base hit right there drives in his 3rd run batted in of this game.
Yeah, you drive to the park every day hoping your rhythm and timing is on point with that pitcher's windup, and that's exactly been the case today. He not only mixed in that big bomb,
he pulls into second safely, as also on the play a run comes across to score.
Guys, that jacks me up right there. Kept his front shoulder tucked, the hip tucked, was able to stay inside that slider and drive it the other way.
Stepping in now, Brett Gardner. Here's a called strike on the curveball, 1-2.
He dropped that curveball in for a strike right there, but don't kid yourself, that's a dangerous pitch. He needs to start thinking about maybe working that back door, or that could get some serious damage done to it.
Taken in over at first for the 2nd out, as that might have been extra bases if it were 3 feet higher.
Now batting, 3rd baseman, Miguel Andujar.
Into the box, Miguel Andujar. Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one away, and that ends the inning. So it's 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. 5 innings complete. The Yankees. And here's Renato Nunez. He'll start things out in their half of the 6th as they look to shake things up here for a lineup that, quite frankly, has been non-existent to date.
No doubt about that, Matt. They've been completely overmatched to this point. 1 hit through 5 innings. I mean, what else can you say about the pitching they faced other than it's been fantastic? We'll see if that continues as we approach the later inning.
Popped him up. Sanchez waits on it, and that's the 1st out of the inning.
Now batting, catcher, Caleb.
In now for the O's, Caleb Joseph. His last at bat didn't go his way as he popped out in foul territory. The next 0-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Settling in now, Jonathan Villar, who was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. 1 run, just 1 hit, and no errors for the Orioles so far. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Orioles. They trail big. It's 9-1. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Neil Walker. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. The 2-2. Hit sharply toward the right side. Again, a nice clean base hit, his 3rd of the game. With that, the Yankees have put their leadoff hitter aboard to start out the inning.
Well, talk about having a pretty special game. That's his 3rd single of the game, D-Row. 3 for 4. Not a bad game.
Yeah, just not trying to do too much, Dan. Taking what the pitcher's giving him right here. If the fastball's away, shooting it the other way. If he's got something hanging in the middle of the plate, turning and burning a little bit. Nice execution.
Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. Here's Didi Gregorius. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Now the 2-1. A bullet to first base. The tag will get him coming back to first. In the inning, but that gets erased. A 1-1. Waves and misses for strike number 2. Bouncer up the middle. And this is going to scoot on through into center for a base hit leading off the inning.
You don't see that too much in today's game. Most guys, it doesn't matter what the count is. They're looking to line them, drive the ball out of the ballpark. Not the case here. Good 2-strike adjustment, able to punch a ground ball through a hole for a single.
Here's the center fielder now, Adam Jones. He's got an RBI despite an 0 for 2 effort to this point. Now the 2-1. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Stanton has a read on it. He's got it 1 away.
Now batting, first baseman.
Here's Mark Trumbo now.
Trumbo.
He's set, and the 1-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Looking to send him packing again. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His 3rd punch out of the game. Striding into the box, Trey Mancini. He struck out and flied out. 0 for 2 so far. And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 game so far.
There's a lot of moving parts in some guys' swings. It usually takes them a month or so to get it ironed out.
Tim Beckham.
Standing in now, Tim Beckham. And that's taken for a called strike 2.
Well, the O's have been searching for that big hit pretty much all game. It remains to be seen if they can get it, but now would be a great time for that.
The 1-2. Popped him up. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Orioles strand a couple. They trail big. It's 9-1. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Andrew McCutchen. And he's working on a 3-double game right now. Now the 3-2 pitch. Line drive to center field. And that's another base hit for him. He's on a tear in this one. So that's how they'll start out their half of the 7th inning.
Now back.
I mean, obviously this guy is built to play in the game. 4 for 4, you know he's seeing it good right now. These are the days that you remember for a long time.
McCutcheon aboard here at first with nobody out. This one's down to third. Scooped up on to second, but the throw is wide. And they won't get him as he's able to advance from first to third on what would certainly be scored a throwing error.
Man, this is a perfect summary of how the game has gone for him. They haven't been able to hit, catch, or throw all game long. In fact, they should just throw a 10 over this thing because this has become a 3-ring circus.
And here's a curveball looked at. Strike 3 called, and that's the first out of the inning.
The right fielder, number 99, Aaron.
Here's big Aaron Judge. And he'll complete the cycle if he can blast one over the wall here. Runners are at the corners with 1 man out. This is line to left. Catch will be made here. Tagging is the runner from third. And the runner scores from third as they extend their lead.
Well, that wasn't your standard sac fly hit. It was hit pretty low and hard, so it wasn't a given they were going to send it. But they did, and they add a number to the run column.
Here's Brett Gardner now. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1 for 4 day. Got him looking, and that ends the inning. So 1 run here, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 man left on. Coming up, the Yankees lead it 10-1. At the plate, number 62. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Line drive base hit. So it's a leadoff base hit to open their half of the 8th.
He got the pitch he wanted, and he didn't miss it right there. Hammer job.
Third baseman, Renato Nunez.
In now, Renato Nunez. Turned on down the line. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame. Well, the line score says it all. 10-1 as you check the tally inning by inning. Not the competitive game the 3 of us were hoping for when we signed on. Stepping in, Caleb Joseph. He went down on strikes last time up. Got him. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now, Matt. He's taking control of this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
Back up the middle. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Orioles lead 1. They're down 9. It's 10-1. Next for New York, Miguel Andujar, and he'll start out the bottom of the 8th inning. The 1-2. Softly hit out to short. And a leaping effort there, but it's over his head into left center, a base hit.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
Walker.
Here's Neil Walker. He's working on a 3-hit ball game right now. The 1-1. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. And they've really got something going here. Runners at second and third to start the inning.
This guy just feasts on mistakes up in the zone, and that's exactly what he gets right here. A belt-high pitch, he drives into the alley. Great chance now with two runners in scoring position.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Luke Voigt. And this is just the eye test talking here, but this reliever looks fatigued to me. Doesn't seem like his stuff is really effective right now.
Yeah, I can't disagree with that, Natty. He's allowed a couple of runners to reach here in the inning, and the command just doesn't seem to be there anymore.
And this will be an RBI as the run comes in to score from third.
Now batting, shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Here's Didi Gregorius. He was a double play victim last time around. Now the 3-2 pitch. Line towards center field. And that's in there. Base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away.
Nice piece of hitting right there. Looked like the guy on second had to respect it and freeze a little bit.
He had to freeze there for a second to make sure that line drive gets through, but eventually does get to third base.
Stepping in now, Andrew McCutchen. Fastball called strike. 1-2.
1-2.
The 1-2. Grounded back up the middle. Reined in. Step on the bag for one. Relay to first in time. And just like that, this side is retired. Yankees forced to settle for one. Ninth inning coming up. It's the Yankees 11 and the Orioles 1. Stepping up now, Jace Peterson starting things for his side in the ninth as they face the improbable odds of trying to come back in this one.
Yeah, not a lot of hope for them at this point. These guys know these bats still count, at least for their own stats. You can't mill in your chances as a professional.
Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the ninth inning gets underway. Into the box, Adam Jones. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. One out, nobody on. Popped him up. Voigt is under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away. So now the Oriole cleanup hitter, Mark Trumbo. 3 at-bats for him in this one, all ending with him going down on strikes. 1-2 now. Now what's left of this crowd this afternoon gets to their feet.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to
swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Yeah, and sometimes you just need a guy to go out there and battle. It doesn't have to be pretty all the time, but just good enough to get the job done. Well, this guy, he was a heck of a lot better than that, going the entire 9 innings, saving his bullpen, and getting the win.
11-1 at the end of this one. The Yankees took the lead in the second inning and rode that until the very end. Masahiro Tanaka earns the win, his second, racking up 14 Ks in doing so. Jeffrey Ramirez was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and the rest of our crew. This is Matt Vasgersian, and you've been watching a presentation of MLB Network. See you next time.
They left 10 men on base. For the Orioles, 1 run, 4 hits, 1 error. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 30 minutes. Our paid attendance here at Yankee Stadium this afternoon, 53,325. The Yankees thank you for attending and remind you to please drive home safely.